Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Sky. So, I know the lighting is bad. I usually film during the day when I have some sunlight, and I don't have a ring light yet, so sorry about that. But today I'm excited for this because I bought a SCUF controller. So, I know lots of people say that they're not great, they'll break after, so many months or whatever. But I've always wanted one just to test them out, and they finally put out the Instinct, I believe, for the Xbox. And what I've been using is the Elite Series 2, I think, which I like it because it's chargeable and it has the pedals. I only use 2 of the pedals, but this one's good. I think I messed up the thumbstick because I'm an idiot. And yeah, I still like that one. But I wanted to finally test out a SCUF. So I managed to be able to purchase this one. I gotta be careful here. And what I'm gonna do is record this part unboxing, and then I will test it out and let you know my verdict. And that's how we're gonna do it. But this will be my first in-person look. And I didn't go too crazy with the design because, that adds up. They weren't pretty simple. Pretty excited. I opened it on the correct side. Look at me go. Okay, let's pull it out. Okay, put this somewhere. Okay, so here's the box that it comes in. It looks like just any other kind of box you'd get from Xbox for the most part, where it has the slide out sleeve. So I'll let you guys look at that. And then here's the back. I know you won't be able to read everything, but and this is like their basic starting model with the orange little, I don't know what those are called, but yeah. Then we got this box, which will flip open, and I'm excited to see it. So I'll be able to see it, but I'm gonna open it so you guys can see it. So like I said, pretty basic. I kept the black, but I added the red accents because that is my favorite color. And here we go with this. It has this protective covering on the back for when it was in the box. Okay. So in hand, these feel the same exact way, for the most part, that a regular controller would feel. But these have special, grips on the back for when your hands get sweaty, and just, grips in general. And what's different from like the Elite or like the old SCUFs is that the buttons are like this. They're more like buttons. They're not like, paddles. So you just have, your one finger, and I guess you just alternate, if you know what I mean. But I will do further testing and come back to you on that. But for the most part, buttons look the same. It has the different functionality of actual trigger buttons, where you flip this switch. I guess it only has two toggles, so you either get full or just a little click. So that's nice. I think with the Elite, you get 3 different sensitivities. So what I was afraid of, which I think is an issue, is that my control freaks are kind of not the correct size. But I think I'll still be able to actually use them. So that's all I was worried about. These sticks don't just come right out. I think you have to take the faceplate off if you buy a different set. That's what it appears. I think these are just like low con. They're not bad. Let's see if there's anything else in the box. We got accessories, and we have, I guess, the instruction guide and safety information in here, and the accessories, which I'm assuming is the cord. Okay, there we go with that. So it's got the cord, of course, so you can charge it. And then this fell out at me, but there's another one in here. Oh, I caught it with my legs. So I'm assuming, like I said, I haven't had a SCUF before, that you pop off the faceplate or something close to that, and you can buy different ones of these or whatever. But with these, this one, sorry, I'm explaining things terribly. But like, these are both the same size, regular little concave thumbsticks. And then the ones that came in this little accessories box, it has one that is shorter and then one that's high. And these are domed. But there's just not enough grip on there for me. But that's what comes in the box. Normally, I play basically Call of Duty, but I have played, I've played with the different size thumbsticks, and you know, I don't really prefer them. I prefer my same size sticks. I just drop the batteries, and I just have basic control freaks with the just the basic control freak. Also in the box comes with batteries. So when it comes to that, like, I understand, you know, it takes batteries, which sucks because that doesn't take batteries. Then I'm not entirely sure what you're doing with this. I don't know if it charges the controller itself. I'll look it up. I'll figure everything out. But also, something I know about this is that this battery pack is magnetic. You don't have to worry about your little snaps breaking. But you do have to get it on there correctly. So that's cool. I'll do it again, because it's got the little magnetic pieces down here that connect to the bottom. So it's nice. Batteries shouldn't be falling out or anything. So I'll give you a closer little look here. So it's got all the same buttons up here, you know, home button, these buttons, and then it has a little microphone mute button down here too. And what I was worried about, let's see here, because I use Astros, is that if this will fit on here. Yeah, so this won't fit on here because I use this one, which I don't know if they make these anymore, but you can change the game audio and everything. So I'll just have to use my regular cord, which should be okay. I'll still be able to mute myself, and then I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to do some testing with this tonight, tomorrow. I'll come back and let you know what I think of it with the thumbsticks and everything, and the pedals, whatever you want to call them. They're just buttons. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys. Also, I know that SCUFs are expensive. They're very expensive, but I use PayPal, and I'm making 4 separate payments on it, which would probably be the only way I could afford these, because I'm not rich, obviously. I know I have a lot of G Fuel behind me, but I scrape by. So if you like SCUF, have had SCUF, or are interested in getting a SCUF, let me know. But also, if you're interested, stay tuned for my literal review on it. So I'll catch you guys then. Okay, so I'm back. It has been approximately about 5 or so days since I got my SCUF Instinct, and yeah, that's the one that it is. And I've been using it. At first, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really vibing with it because it was just weird having, you know, the buttons like this compared to what I'm used to with the Elite Series 2. And like I said before, I would only use the A and B triggers, whatever I call them, I forget. But I did literally, like, I've been super used to just using A and B. That's what I've been practicing with, like, instinctively, no pun intended. But I just played against bots just to, like, test out the X and the Y, and it will definitely take some getting used to using those, in addition to A and B. But now that I've been playing with it for a few days, and I've only been playing pretty much just Cold War. I know, I play Cold War. I just usually play whatever Call of Duty is, you know, whatever. I did switch out my thumb sticks to the domed ones. So the left one is the shorter one and the right one is the taller one. But I did switch them out to test them out. I'm not really sure. I think that I might like these better. And for the most part right now, I'm not using Control Freaks. I don't really need them with this controller, which is weird. I don't know. But for the most part, yeah. Also, I figured out how to, be able to do that. The top piece, I should probably do it with 2 hands, but here, so you can look. You just use both your hands, you pull it up. It's magnetic. This is my first SCUF, like I said before, and you can see it's got 4 little magnetic pieces. And then you just have to use a little bit of force, but be careful. You pull them straight up to be able to change the thumbsticks. Also, and mine has the rumbles in it because it costs extra to take out the rumbles, but that's up to your preference. So, back up here. So all in all, for the price tag, unless you have the money to spend and you've used SCUF before, maybe you want to try out the new little bumpers or whatever triggers back here, maybe not spend the money. I've never used the let me look it up. I forget what the other Xbox controller was called. Prestige. I've never used the Prestige, and I wouldn't mind getting one to test it out at some point. Not right now. Maybe once I've had this for a few months, just so I have a spare controller, and because I've always wanted to try out the SCUF with the 4, back, pedals. I've never used the Impact because I don't really need a SCUF for my PS4 because I don't, extensively game on it. But those are the most popular on the PS4, at least. Paddles. I guess they're called paddles. But all in all, the reason why I find myself not using the X and the Y mostly on this controller is because it's weird to press it, because it's like, you got these and then you're like pressing it with your your joint bone, whatever this is called. I'm an idiot. I never took anatomy. And when I was first trying to use the controller right now that I'm doing it, it doesn't really feel weird. It's just hard for me to click it fast without using my fingertip. But I was very weirdly trying to press it when I first got it, and it was rubbing on my nail and it felt really uncomfortable. But the more you play with it, even if you just start with using A and B, you'll eventually get used to moving back and forth. It seems like it's kind of easier than moving your finger from paddle to paddle. I don't know. I think that this type of controller, with these back buttons, pedals, whichever way you want to call these, I think they're only on Xbox right now, which is strange that they did that first, but they've only had the Prestige for a long time, and PS4 has had the Impact and the Infinity for PS Pro, I guess. So I know that this is not really a good video, but I just wanted to do kind of my walkthrough. So if you've been interested in maybe getting a SCUF, or in maybe you've had, for example, the Prestige if you're an Xbox gamer, and you've just been interested about somebody's honest opinion about these, that's what this video is for. But also, I have never used the regular SCUF paddles, and I've only used these. So, and I really like these being like underneath the hand grips instead of being, you know, 4 spread out paddles, which, you know, I don't know, I've never used them, but I really like these. So if you don't want to spend the amount of money that it costs to buy a SCUF, I do highly recommend the Elite Series 2, I think, or whatever the newest one is, and also because you can charge it, you don't have to put batteries in it. And obviously this takes batteries, but I'm pretty sure if you buy like the plug and play or whatever it's called, and you put the battery pack in there, you can just charge it that way. Pretty sure that, you know, that's an option too. I haven't done it yet. I've actually never used one, so maybe I have to invest. But if you don't want to spend the amount of money on a SCUF, this one's like maybe $130 or something like that. I'm also not sure how widely available these are right now, but I really do like these. So I don't know, for the most part, I don't know, I really like the way this feels in my hands. So, you know, for more frugal Xbox gamers that want a more, you know, I don't know, you know, not a base controller, I would go for the Elite Series 2, because Xbox branded products, you know, they don't always work the best, but they generally feel the best, and I don't know. Okay, one more thing. This is gonna be a long video, but what I really like about this, other than the back paddles, whatever, is that the triggers have 3 different, you know, settings. Because, like I said, with this is, you know, regular trigger action, and then you flip this switch. Wait a second. Okay, for a second it tricked me right there. Yeah, it only has two settings. So you either get, you know, regular trigger, or just like a little mouse click, kind of. That's what I would compare that to. I do not like this. I would really like it if it had what this controller has, which is, here's the regular trigger, but then it has a middle, and then I like that this doesn't sound like a mouse click, but this is kind of the same type of situation, but it is still a little bit of a trigger. But usually what I would do is I would have it in the middle. That's what I like. I'm trying to remember if I had both of them like that, or if I had this one as a full trigger for my ADS. I don't know. For me, I can't really use the clicky for shooting, because I would accidentally press it, and then, you know, people know where I am. So I really like that you can choose between 3 different trigger sensitivities on the Elite Series 2, but for this one you only have regular trigger or clicky. So just little gripes, you know, first world problems, I mean. And then another thing is that if you have a headset like me that has to use, pull it up here, use like this thing to connect to my Astros, which also changes game and voice, or you can hear more of the game or more of the voice in your voice chat, and you can go up and down here. You can't use this because these are in the way. So just a little irritating to me, because I like to use this over using my regular Astro cord, because it is super long, super duper long, and all I can change is the volume. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope any of this was helpful, because that'd be great. And check out all the links in the description. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content from me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.